Join me around the fire for Old Agnes's first tale from the horror corner. Now, listen closely. Me bairns, and I'll tell ye a tale of a young couple, Jeff and Amanda, who thought they'd found a bargain. A bonny wee cottage it was, nestled among the hills, with a babbling burn and a garden full of blooms. But there was a secret, ye see, a secret hidden deep within the bowels of that charming abode. Ye see, Jeff and Amanda, bless their innocent hearts, had purchased a house with a cellar. Now, I've always said a cellar is a place for cobwebs and forgotten jars of pickles. But this cellar, well, it had a tenant. A wee beastie, ye see, a creature of the shadows, with eyes like burning coals and a maw full of razor-sharp teeth. It lived down there, in the damp darkness, and it was hungry. At first, Jeff and Amanda didn't notice. They were too busy unpacking boxes and planning their new life in their cozy cottage. But then, strange things began to happen. Pots and pans would clatter in the night, and the floorboards would groan as if something heavy was shuffling around beneath them. "Amanda, did you hear that?" Jeff would whisper, his voice trembling. "It's just the wind, love." Amanda would reply, trying to reassure him, but her own heart would be pounding like a drum. One night, Jeff decided to investigate. He grabbed a torch and crept down the cellar steps. The air was thick and heavy, the only sound the drip, drip, drip of water. He shone his torch round, his eyes straining to see in the gloom, and then he saw it. A pair of glowing eyes stared back at him from the shadows. Jeff yelped, dropping the torch, and scrambled back up the stairs, his heart hammering against his ribs. The next day, they decided to call in an expert. A burly man with a shotgun arrived. He peered into the cellar, his face grim. "There's something down there," he growled. "Something big and hungry." He lowered himself into the cellar, his shotgun held at the ready. Jeff and Amanda held their breath, listening intently. A muffled growl echoed from the depths of the cellar, followed by a series of thumps and crashes. Then silence. The burly man emerged, his face pale and drawn. "It's gone," he muttered, wiping sweat from his brow. "Whatever it was, it's vanished." They thought the cellar dweller was gone for good, but they were wrong. That night, as they lay in bed, they heard a scratching sound at the foot of their bed. They looked down, their hearts pounding, and saw two glowing eyes staring up at them from the darkness. The cellar dweller had come to visit. And that, me bairns, is the last anyone ever saw or heard from Jeff and Amanda. Some say their screams can still be heard echoing from the cellar on dark and stormy nights. So, remember, when you find a bargain, always check the cellar. You never know what might be lurking in the shadows. And that's the end of this tale. I will be back with another terrible tale from the horror corner soon.